Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. We are trying new makeup today. I do have a ton of new stuff to go over. I'm very excited for this one because of the products I pulled are really good. I feel a lot are really hyped, so let's see if they're good. I have the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Nature palette. When this came in the mail, I thought it was signed, but it's just the packaging, so fail there for me. Off camera, I did my brows. I started off with the NYX The Brow Glue. I really like the packaging of this. The dispenser could comb through and really coat the brows. I think I'm really gonna like this product because the hairs feel like they're truly glued down and it didn't make any gunky residue on the rest of my skin. So far the formula is really good. The packaging is good. And then I did try some new lip products, a new shade in the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Stain. This is in Soft Nude. This was the one I initially wanted. It's lighter than Toasty Brown, which I actually prefer the Toasty Brown one, which surprised me because I thought I'd like this one more. So just put that on prior to any makeup so it really adheres to my lip line. Then I tried one of these VT Lip Plumper glosses. This says this is the beginner level one. They do go up higher if you want more plumping. This is pretty tame from things I've used. It still has that tingly, burny sort of plumping sensation, the beginner one, but very doable in my opinion. But if you don't like the plumping sensation, I just wouldn't recommend this either. I still think there's other lip plumpers that plump my lips more. So I could probably go up to a more advanced plumping, but I just wanted to start at the low end just in case because I use the skincare from there and it feels very tingly as well. So wanted to start low. But let's go into this palette. I love the Ethereal Eyes palettes. I've bought the previous two as well. This one looks a little bit more subtle. Just from first impression, the glitters in these shades just don't look as prominent as previous palettes. I can actually go and show you what I mean. The Nature one just doesn't catch the light as much as the previous two. It's more subtle and more sophisticated in terms of how sheer it is. And I have used this off camera and I did notice application that is just a lot lighter in terms of its impact, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And the mattes are beautiful in this palette. I really noticed how well these go on the lid. The only issue I have with this palette, particularly in Canada, is the price point. I'm not sure why it only went up $1 in the US and it went up exponentially in Canada. This was $110 Canadian. Anyone knows why that was the case? Please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know because based on the price alone, I would just personally pass. But I'm a huge fan of Makeup by Mario and I love the Ethereal Eyes palette, so that's why I purchased it. Pricing does need some explanation. I also have round 2 of the Nikki LaRose brushes with BK Beauty, so I'm going to be using those. For eyeshadow application, I'm going to start with this N20 brush, which I probably would use this for face. It's a little big for my eye. Everyone's using the green, but I'm going to play around with some pinks too. So I'm going to start with this shade here. I'm going to use the Nikki LaRose Mirror. It's so cute. I didn't watch the video to know what each brush is for. I personally wouldn't use this on my eyes, but working perfectly. These shadows are exceptional. The mattes especially. I love the formula. Top formula for mattes. This could be my favorite matte formula that I've personally used. That's how good I like the mattes in the Ethereal Eyes palettes. It's just something about them that's so creamy and blendable. Like, that is effortless. It's like 2 swipes and it's a perfectly blended eye. I love the mattes. We're just gonna go back in, gradually build it up. Shades are a little light, but they can be built quite nicely. Using the N22, I'm gonna go in with this deeper shade, building up this outer corner and blending it into the crease. You can go back in with that first brush and just further blend it out. Now that we have a beautifully blended matte eye, I'm going to go in with the green and then the pink. I just thought I'd mix the two. I love green and pink together. I know everyone's using the green, but that stands out in this palette, so I wanted to use it as well. I don't know how you could say anything but this being beautiful. It gives a wet look to the eye. It doesn't have the big chunks, which I actually might prefer this more. It's truly stunning. It is a beautiful formula. It doesn't feel chunky. It's super smooth. Like, how did they manage that? It feels incredible. I really want you to feel this. Even though this has less of the very big sparkles this year, I think it's more stunning. Personally, it's softer, but you know I like that sort of makeup. I don't necessarily want huge chunks and it still gives that wet look, super smooth. The formula is truly incredible. So I'm going to go in with the pink, go on top, just play around, have fun. Still can't get over how smooth it is by touching it with a finger. Pop this in the middle, make our own like duochrome. That green really is holding its own though. I'm gonna try a brush with this shade right here. We might also dip into that one. You know what, we're gonna start doing everything, and I'm gonna start with that color. It's a very soft matte, but with shimmer, just to brighten up that inner corner. For shades with sparkle, because I'm going in with the lighter one, it actually picks up really nicely with the brush. It might just be this brush though. It's the N23. This formula is so beautiful. Sophisticated, wearable shimmer. It is so pretty. Now I'm going to take this color, see how deep and smoky we can take it. I'm just having fun. Right now we're playing around. Pink on top of the green didn't really work out, but I like the green as is. And this is the N21 Nice Detail Pencil Brush. These are the kind of brushes I really want from BK Beauty. What's in the set? They nailed the detail brushes. The mattes just blend in. No issue. I do want to keep that pink in the crease though, so just going back in, softening that slightly. This was one of the easiest palettes I've ever used to create a look. It just works. It blends itself. I can't even describe how easy this is on the eyes. This was so easy to use. I actually really love how the shimmers in this palette have more backing to them, because the previous palette had larger chunks and a lot of them could look the same as a topper, but these still give that beautiful wet look shimmer to the eye with color, and I just think it's stunning. It's elegant. If I could say this formula is anything, it's elegance. It's such a beautiful both formulas. The sparkle, the mattes, the different matte with shimmer, like this whole palette was exceptional to use. Price aside, the formula is exceptional, in my opinion. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to throw on some eyeliner. I'm going to try and keep it thin, but whatever happens, happens. Still can't get over the green. It's the prettiest green I've ever used. And I don't usually wear green eyeshadow. I've had this mascara for a while, and I've been dying to use it, finally, for this Trying New Makeup. It's the Kosas Soul Gazer, and apparently this has a lash serum in it, which is supposed to help with your lash health and growth. It's a little rubberized hourglass brush. Assume this was going to be a wetter formula just because it is a serum, and it definitely is. So I'm going to have to be careful. You know me. Normally I hate mascara. When I initially try it, this one isn't bad by any means, and it's wetter, which shocks me that I actually like it. This lash, she's looking real nice. I will use this every day. I'm just so bad at remembering any sort of serum, but using mascara I can definitely do. That's doable. Very happy with the separation, how they look, the length. Volume could be a little bit more, but I think they're still really pretty. Very natural looking. Then Ardell sent over lashes, and both these packs look so pretty, but I'm confused by how they're both 434. That bottom strip, is it just the end of the 434? End up cutting those, it would be a 434 half. I don't understand the numbering. Regardless, I think I'm going to go with these half lashes because you know how much I love a half lash, and this whole collection, like both packs, it was hard for me to decide because these are my kind of lashes in a pack. So I was so thankful to receive this. These are nice and wispy and fine. I thought it would match the mascara really nicely, and we're going for elegance today. Oh, these are very delicate, very thin band. I think I already messed up the outer corner lash there. These are very fine. They use too much glue to adhere these to the package. Second one came out, no issue. Let's put some glue on these and pop them on the eyes. These are so subtle and pretty. I knew I'd like these. Just adds enough to the outer corner without distracting from the lid color. And I also really love my eye color with this green. Sometimes greens can be hit or miss, but this one is definitely helping with my eyes. Did a little bit of skin prep off camera, but I do have a new eye gel. This is from Belief. I used this in my Allure Best Of. This won an award. Just gonna pop some out. This is nice and cooling. Feels fantastic. So I pre-prepped my skin off camera because the foundation we're wearing, I remember not liking it, but they reformulated it, I believe, to be without talc. And it is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I remember this being very thick and heavy, so I'm a little worried to use this, but I thought I would use some lightweight moisturizer like Rhode Glazing Milk, kind of like that, but my Ilia, because the Rhode actually breaks me out. I just realized that, so if you guys didn't know, that is my update on that. So we do have the Charlotte Tilbury brush to go with this foundation, and I have shade 5 here. It's a neutral undertone, not sure if this is gonna match, but we'll make do today. Sunscreen, all that good stuff's on. Usually I do sunscreen last, but I'm using this just to prime my skin a little bit more to mix in. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to sheer it out, just because I know from prior experience, if they just remove talc, it's still gonna be a little thick for me. So we're just going to sheer it out with a little bit of moisturizer. Foundation is a little light for me today. I did self-tan, that's okay. She is full coverage, even sheared out. A little goes a very long way with this. I think because it's so light, it's also throwing me off a bit, just so you can see how light it is. We are going to bronze up today, apparently. Honestly, not so bad sheared out, because I remember disliking this, but that's why I added a little bit of moisturizer. Phenomenal coverage. I just think it needs that little bit of slip to it, just so that it goes on the skin better. To bronze up the skin, I'm using my Say Dew Bronze and Swim. Haven't used this on camera for a while. I really wanted to use the Nikki LaRose N19 brush. It's such a perfect shape for foundation, concealer. I'm gonna use it to kind of bronze toward my face, only because I have that Charlotte Tilbury brush. Otherwise, I'll probably be using this for a foundation brush in my next video. I love all the shapes they did this time, especially the detail brushes. Just going to warm up the complexion. Probably my favorite thing about trying new makeup is that not everything always works together, and then you can kind of see how I repair stuff or correct anything that goes wrong. So there's always something different that happens. Sometimes it all works out, which is beautiful when it does, but I do really like when we have to correct stuff. For concealer, I'm going to use the opposite side on that Charlotte Tilbury brush. I could probably use that foundation as concealer. That's how full coverage it is. I'm going to use my trusty NARS, and I just need it under the eyes today. This brush isn't my favorite, only because it's flat. That's just not my preferred style. I'd rather it domed. Our faces aren't flat. Feel domed gets into the crevices a little bit better, distributes the product a little bit more evenly. Then for powder, because I like the combination of pink and green, I'm going to use my Kosas Candy for under the eye. And then we're going to quickly set the face with the new Laura Mercier powder. This is a powder foundation, so it's going to add a little bit of coverage to this, which we're already pretty full coverage, but I need the tone because we are lighter, so this should help correct somewhat. This is one of my favorite powder foundations I've tried. I used this in my previous trying new makeup, and it just leaves the most flawless finish. Hourglass sent me their Deer palette, which is the most stunning packaging. I loved the packaging this year, and that alone made me want to get one. I only didn't because I feel like if you have one, you don't really need more of these. I know some people are going to hate me for saying that. Just owning one of these is enough for me. But I'm so thankful to have received it, and of course I was going to try it for you guys. Again, this almost got me with the packaging because I think the designs this year were so stunning. I didn't care for the designs last year, but I love these, and they did send the brush to go along with it. I'm going to start with the bronze shade. Try using the diffusing bronzer. And since this foundation is such a matte finish, I thought this would actually be the perfect finishing touch for the foundation, just to add more life back to the skin because we were looking kind of dull there. You can see the bronzy glow this is adding. Not too much pigment just because of my skin tone, and this palette is on the lighter side, but I think it still looks really pretty. Just going to use my Hung Van Gogh bronzer to contour the nose. Still a lighter shade, but this is more matte, more pigment. Then for blush, I'm going to take a combination of these two. More pigment than I was expecting. Definitely more than the bronzer on my skin. I love that. That is so gorgeous. You don't even need highlight. I was going to use one of the highlights in here, but this is glowy enough for my cheeks. I will on my nose slightly, and then I'm going to take this on my finger to help with the nose contour. I can do a little bit just to blend, just to show you. This one's actually pretty intense too. Just going to finish up the eyes using that shade here and the N24. I love how easy these are to smoke. Like typically I don't go that smoky under my eye. If you need to smoke anything out, it's like the best matte formula. Every time I use it, I'm just blown away by it. And this could go sideways, putting this on my lower lashes. So hopefully it doesn't smear or smudge. Promising. That turned out not too bad. I actually really love that. For the lowers, for lips, I have a couple new products from Lancome that I wanted to play around with. We have a lip shaper, which I'm gonna just touch up that lip stain that I did. And this is in Lisa's Coral Glow. Maybe I should have checked the color. How is that close to my lip color? Are my lips coral? Just subtly redefining that shape. It's mostly that top lip I left. This isn't too dark though. I like a little bit more contrasting, but I like the color with the green for the eyes. And then we have these shades. Let's open them up. Let's see what colors they are. Ooh, I love the packaging. Ooh, I would love to do that color. I didn't want to go that deep today. Do we put on a little bit and then wipe it off? I'm scared. That's not too scary. You know what? Let's just go with it today. Normally I would do that sort of color. Let's be brave. Let's do the darker lip. The formula feels gel-like. Like I love in glosses. I have not heard about those. Look at the packaging though. They do remind me of Fenty a little bit. I used a coral lip line with a brown lip. There's some brown underneath, it's okay. I actually really love this makeup. I do have a setting spray to finish this off, and I'm worried this is gonna ruin it all, but we're doing it. I'm being brave. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte, which I like to glow, as you know. And when it sounds like a spray paint can, you know you're in for it. A little bit droppy. I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna come back, get dressed, finish off my hair. We have a fragrance I know you guys really want me to review, which is the new one from 7 Virtues. We're gonna spray that when I get back. I have my thoughts, so definitely stay tuned, and I'll be right back. I'm back. We're gonna do the fragrance of the day, then we're gonna round up this video and talk about all the products that I tried. I was actually quite surprised in this video, and I didn't expect my makeup to turn out the way it did. It went a totally different direction than I thought I was going with everything, but I love the brown earthy tones for this. I feel like it matches the palette so well. For fragrance today, I'm going to be using the 7 Virtues Buttercream Haze. I got this in PR. I love the 7 Virtues. They make one of my favorite perfumes. I love everything about the brand, what they stand for, what they do, the packaging, just everything about this brand. This one I know a lot of people are excited for. It's a true gourmand scent. To me, this is where it goes too foodie for me because this is very much you smell like an edible maple syrup pancake. So if you like a pancake sort of vibe, heavy on the maple, I feel like you'd really love this. I know a lot of people love those photorealistic type of food scents. I need something a little bit more to it. I like these kinds of food scents for my kitchen and a candle, just not to wear. So I don't hate the fragrance. I just don't care for this type of gourmand on me. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this release. If you like pumpkin pecan waffles from Bath & Body Works, that candle, I feel like the opening really smells like that minus the pumpkin. So this does have a better dry down for me. The initial opening is not my favorite just because it reminds me so much of pancakes, and I weirdly don't like pancakes. Who doesn't like pancakes? Apparently me. I don't know. It's just something I've never been that much of a fan of. So for me, they made this in a candle. I'd love it, but I just wanted to let you guys know. I know so many people were asking for my review on this, and I was just afraid to disappoint. But I wanted to let you know that this didn't work out for me. It has a very good projection and wear though, so if you do like the smell, the quality of this fragrance is really good. It's just that really syrupy pancake note that I just don't care for. So that is my review on this. If you like similar gourmands to me, this is a pass for me personally, but you may like it. So definitely go in store and smell this one. Let's go ahead and round up the rest of the makeup. We have the new Ethereal Eyes from Makeup by Mario. This is such a stunning palette. Arguably, I think it's better, the formula, than the previous two palettes just because it has that elegance to it. So that's the main word that I'm describing for this is elegant, both in the matte, the shimmer. The formulas are truly beautiful in my opinion. Less chunky. They don't give that topper effect so much because there's more backing to them. And the mattes are just the best mattes I personally have ever tried. I just love the blend of them, and they're so easy to use, not patchy in the slightest. This is truly remarkable in terms of the formula to me. The only thing about this palette that I do not care for, and that would totally make me pass personally, is the price. $110, no thank you. We know prices are only gonna go up. this has come to a point for me that it's too expensive. Anything over $100 for makeup, it's not worth it. Okay? What happened? I was shocked about the 92 last year, 110 when US only had a dollar jump. I'm sorry, but that's just not right. So I'm going to say that about the price. Obviously, very much confused and against that, but in terms of quality in the actual palette, I love it. So take that as you will. I have this love-hate going on right now. It's hard for me to justify the price point even though I love the formula so much. So I just wanted to let you guys know that here, my honest, unfiltered thoughts on that. That's the only thing that's really bothering me at this time. And of course, I'm always going to speak out for my fellow Canadians because, like, what gives? Truly, what gives? All these brushes were remarkable. The dual-ended brushes, which I typically love. We have the Hourglass and Charlotte Tilbury. These ones were all right. I wouldn't get the Charlotte Tilbury because I don't like a flat brush like that for both concealer and foundation. There's just others I like more, but it still worked, did the job well. Hourglass is really beautiful. If you love the packaging this year, this is a high quality brush. I love Hourglass brushes, and I love the new release for BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose more than the first one because they have more detail brushes that I really enjoy, and this is just truly an artist's dream, and I love the shape of this brush specifically for face. I didn't use two of the brushes. I'm not a big fan of fan brushes myself. This one should be really nice for powder or blush, so I'll definitely get my use out of that. This one I can't see myself using that much, just because I'm throwing it. Doing a little baton, and I did it again. I hope this is not your first video and first impression of me. If it is, it's actually pretty realistic, so welcome. Anyways, this is just too big for my face personally. I just not going to use that, but I love all the other brushes. Give me small detail brushes. I love those. And BK Beauty hit me up for some dual-ended because I got some designs in my mind for you. Again, another gorgeous palette. This design is beautiful. These tones, everything about it. With my makeup, I don't know. I could gush about this packaging because I love it so much. The tones are really beautiful, really nice finishing touches. For the makeup, the blushes have more pigment than the other products from what I've tried, but I do really like this. And if you're looking for one of these palettes, you just need one of these, you don't need more. I love these palettes though. This Lancome lip liner didn't match the look, but the formula is really lovely and matched my lip kind of really well, even though it's a coral. So don't know what's going on there, but the formula is really nice. And I did have the Huda Beauty in Soft Nude prior for lip stain. I love the Toasty Brown more than this one, shockingly, because I thought I would like this one more. I still love these though. I recommend these. My brown ones haven't dried out. I always store them like this though. They stay over here so that they don't dry out. And this lip gloss shocked me. This is the shade $1 Million Baby. These are the Lancome Lip Juicy Treat 20% Squalane 3D Juicy Shine Oil and Gloss up to 24-hour hydration. This impressed me, and I love the packaging of it. I love that gel-like slip that this gives. It does have a kind of cooling sensation too, so I feel like it's slightly plumping, but it's more so cooling. And I don't know, I just really love the formula, the packaging. I wasn't even going to use it for this video, and I was kind of like, you know what, that's sitting there, let's try it out. Which these videos are for, but I had something else planned, like a pink lip, but I always do pink. So I really love that I took a chance, did something different. The VT Lip Plumper, this does work. Beginner friendly, more sensation than this. This is just cooling for the sort of plumping, but this definitely get the tingles for that. I love this mascara so far, just for how delicate it made my lashes look. I feel like is the best way to describe it. And if this can improve my lashes over time, I'm gonna definitely incorporate this into my daily wear mascara because I have been wearing tubing, but I want nice long lashes. So we'll see if that works. It's going to be used every day for the foreseeable future. I really like the NYX brow glue too. I really like the application of this. My brows are holding up, so definitely something that I'm going to continue to use. It really impressed me first try. These lashes are delicate but very beautiful on the eye if you're looking for something very natural. The Charlotte Tilbury foundation and the setting spray. I actually didn't mind the setting spray. It didn't mattify me too much. I felt like it actually gave some hydration and then went matte, which is what I'm personally looking for. So this surprised me that I did actually enjoy that, but the foundation is still going to be a no for me. I can already see it kind of settling into my pores and fine lines just because it is a very heavy sort of product. It says it's weightless full coverage, but even sheared out with moisturizer, this is very thick to me, at least in my experience. So even with the talc removed, this is a no-go for me. And then this kind of got away on me, the Nikki LaRose mirror. I love it, it's so cute. So definitely a cool little hand mirror there. And then I didn't use this in this video, but I just picked it up because I really love that Kerastase serum I was using for root fall for my hair. L'Oreal came out with their own affordable option. It's the Density Booster Leave-In Serum, which I was gonna try in replace of it because this still has Aminexyl in this and it's less expensive than Kerastase, and L'Oreal owns Kerastase, so I thought, you know what? It also matches me right now quite lovely. All these tones, so good today. Anyways, I was gonna try this out as an affordable option just for hair fall for me. Wanted to let you guys know just because the Kerastase is so expensive and I was spending like $80 a month on that, so I needed something more affordable. That's everything for this trying new makeup. I had so much fun today. It was so random too, so I hope you guys enjoyed this look, these products. Some things that didn't work out, this is my honest opinion on everything. I don't sugarcoat anything. If things don't work out, even if they're sent to me, I'm gonna let you know. I don't just say I like something for the sake of saying it. Always gonna keep it real with you guys over here. So I hope you enjoyed this video regardless of all the mistakes and stuff in it as well. So I had fun. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you subscribe, like, comment, hype this video up if you have that option on the video, because I'm still testing out to see what that does for videos. So thank you so much for all your engagement. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video.